real hip hop title. Ride dirty, dog, y'all can't harm. I live and fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, dog, y'all can't harm. I live and fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL, and this is the Riding Dirty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, man. I gotta say one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM Atlanta, all right? Again, one time for WRFG 89.3 FM Atlanta, our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years. I also gotta say one time for the good people over at Live365.com. All right, live365.com. Let me tell you a little bit about them. They are the internet's longest running, longest active streaming service. Now, they're more than just a streaming service. They're not the streaming service where you go and just listen to your favorite song. No, they're a streaming service set up for internet radio stations. Now, they allow AM stations, left end of the dial radio stations, small wireless radio stations. They allow radio stations to jump on their server and basically host their radio stations and broadcast live and pay the royalty fees for the artists that are played on the station. All right, so we partnered up with Live 365 last year and launched our very own station, Ride 95. That's RIDE, the number 9, the number 5. All right, so for anyone who'd like to check us out, all you got to do is go to live365.com. There's over 200 internet radio stations there. Go to over 2,000 internet radio stations there. Go to live365.com. Go to the search engine, type in RIDE, RIDE, the number 9, the number 5, and click on our station logo, and you'll have music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, if you want to access us via the mobile device, it's also just as easy. Make sure you download the Live 365 app, go into the search engine, type in RIDE, RIDE, the number 9, the number 5, and again, music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Man, we got some very, very dope mix shows and original content there for you as well. We're playing what's next in hip-hop, R&B, and country rap tunes. Okay? All right. Let me holler out our sponsors real quick. Gotta say one time for the good people over at Liquor Lollipops, premium hard candy. All right? They have over 18 delicious flavors that are similar and taste like your favorite alcoholic beverages. All right? Be sure to visit them at liquorlollipops.com. One time for El Cornell Michelada Mix. All right? The best homemade michelada mix this side of the border. All right? Go on Facebook and visit them at El Cornell Mix. All right? One time for 100 Band Run Luxury Clothing Company. All right? Be sure to visit them on Facebook at 100 Band Run. And last but not least, one time for J. Lawson Music Group, the home of Atlanta supergroup Fulton County, which features Kilo Ali, DJ Taz, and Mr. Flamboyant. Visit them on Facebook at J. Lawson Music Group. All right, when you check out all these people and visit them, make sure you tell them Vic XL and the Riding Dirty Show sent you. All right, ladies and boys and girls, I just gave you all our amazing sponsors. Again, be sure to check us out on WRFG every Thursday night, Friday morning from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Be sure to check us out on all your favorite streaming sites for all our exclusive interviews. Check us out on social media. That's TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Riding Dirty Radio. And also check us out on YouTube at Riding Dirty TV. All right, ladies and boys and girls, I told you all the things you need to know when it comes to keeping up with us. Now it's time for me to give you what I like giving you the most. The people that are moving and shaking and changing the world, brick by brick, second by second, moment by moment, on these streets. All right? Whether it's through arts, entertainment, music, philanthropism, entrepreneurship, religion. This is the platform for those people who are changing the world. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight is no different. So welcome to the Riding Dirty platform. R&B artist, Mr. Trusoul Davis. What's going on, my G?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Man, I cannot complain at all. Down here in the ATL, this weather has broken. It's not summertime, but it feels like it's official summertime.
I believe it.
All right.
We ain't got it like that in Cleveland, but yeah, it's been nice, but yeah, it's up and down on here.
All right. All right. So the first thing I gotta say is, number one, welcome to the show. Thank you for taking a few moments out of your busy schedule to chat with us.
No doubt, I'm to be here, man.
All right. So you mentioned Cleveland, but just to reiterate, let the world know where Trusoul Davis is from, and when did you realize in your childhood or in your life that you wanted to pursue music?
Oh man, yeah. Again, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, man. Born and raised. Let's see. When I know I did music all my life. When I was about 5, I was a big Michael Jackson fan. And I knew I wanted to be an entertainer, man. Just growing up on mic like a lot of people, a lot of my peers. I just knew I wanted to about the age of 5.
Okay. Now, at the age of 5 years old and being a Michael Jackson fan, did you realize you had a voice as well, or were you mimicking the moves? Like, what about Michael Jackson made you want to pursue?
Mimicking the moves, singing the songs, and watching the Moonwalker movie and stuff like that made me really want to be like Mike. He was captivating. He took over the crowd, and it was just amazing to see, man. I didn't know I had a voice really. I didn't really know I could sing until I was in like 9th or 10th grade in high school. But I always knew I had a little tune in there, but I didn't think I could really sing. I used to rap before I started singing, though. So yeah, it took a while to get there. To get the courage to do it.
All right. What was it like for you growing up in Cleveland? Like, what were some of the challenges?
Oh man, it was growing up in the hood. I grew up in Morris Black Projects over there in Cleveland. Over here in Cleveland, Morris Black Projects. So it was tough. I had the times, man, but Mom held it down, man. Like most mothers do. She held it down for me, like edge control. It was like I said, it was tough, but see, she instilled the love of music in me when I was a kid. So I always had music as an outlet. No matter what, I could sit in the house and listen to all the records all the time. She brought albums home. She was a DJ, so she could bring records home all the time. So I just listen to all the music from the greats: Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Bootsy Collins, you name it, Temptations, Otis Redding, all of them. Oh,
so your mother was a DJ?
Yeah, she used to spin records at the local record shop that called BNS Records on St. Clair Avenue in Cleveland.
All right, that's definitely what's up. All right, so you grew up liking Michael Jackson. You had a mother as a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize that, you know what, this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life? This is something that could change my life, my family's life, and everyone around me. Like, when did you make that step to start to pursue?
So, when I was in high school, man, when I was singing in these talent shows and things like that, I knew it was something I loved to do. It brought happiness to people around me, and it was something easy for me to do. So I was like, oh, I'm going to stick to doing this. And I just knew that one day, I was going to make a big enough check to break my mom off and make her happy.
Okay. All right. Now, what was those high school talent shows like? Like, was the competition stiff, or were you just knocking them out the park?
No, it was stiff because I grew up in an era where people was trying to mimic the 90s. So, in 2090s, man, people had to really sing. So, wasn't no auto-tuning and then...
All right, now, and I've always known, like, Cleveland to be a very, very talented area. Bone Thugs and Harmony, just a lot of great entertainers have came from that area. And you mentioned initially you rapped. What made you change over?
Yeah, the first talent show they had in my school, I auditioned, and I kicked a little freestyle. Lady was like, "Oh, that was cool, but yeah, we ain't looking for no rap." I was like, "Dang." So I was like, "All right, let me get off the stage." But before I could do that, the young lady was like, "Well, he can sing." I was like, "Damn!" And the only person who knew that was her, because I was singing to her on the phone. I'm like, "Well, I guess." So I just started singing, and man, after I finished, her mouth dropped, and I was like, "Oh, it was that easy?" Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this.
All right, now, being a singer and being a former rapper, that means your writing skills has to be up to par. When did you realize that, hey, man, I might could turn some of these raps I wrote into actually harmony?
I was trying that, but when I was trying, a lot of people was trying to clown me. Like, you can't be rapping and singing, man. Like, it was clowning Ja Rule and stuff like that, so it wasn't cool to do that. But because I had my first mixtape was called Versatility, because I was very, I could rap and sing. It was being versatile. One track I'm rapping, one track I'm doing both, one track I'm singing, But nobody was really feeling that at the time, because they was all up to, you're going to be 50 Cent, you're going to be, or you could be 50 Cent, you could be Usher. What you going to do? Can't be both. But I just was, just doing what I could do best, I didn't have to write. I always was I just record, I just freestyle, and that's how I do everything, all my music. I don't write nothing down. I just cut the beat on and rock.
All right, now, I had a chance to listen to your album, the one your project you just dropped, and a lot of the songs, I can kind of hear what I like to call sing rap in there, like the joint that we're going to play, These Questions. When I listen to it, my first feeling was this is kind of put together like a rap song, but he's singing. I mean, is that something you've done intentionally, or is that something you just carried along in the journey with you?
I just must have carried it on along with me. I didn't even try that. But it will put you in the mindset of 50 Cent's 21 Questions.
Definitely, no doubt. All right, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about when you first started to enter the game and some of your early releases, like your release, The True Experience. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh man, True Experience, that was my first album, first major release album. It was a difficult period, because at that time I really was not too sure about my writing skills, even though I did most of the writing anyway. Well, what I would call writing, I did myself. I mean, I had a couple of joints that I might have had a little help with, but for the most part, I think I wrote majority of them joints. And it was me trying to tell a story, but come to find out, it was me telling my story in the future sense, because a lot of that stuff came true, and I became the guy that got played. You got to listen to the album. Let the people listen to the album and see what I'm talking about. But it was difficult, man. It was difficult, but it was fun. I was learning it. Every album you'll see growth. You'll see growth in each one.
Okay, now, as an artist and crafting your sound, how hard or how easy has it been to align yourself with the right producers or just the right people to help push you forward?
You just got to know what your sound is. I started to develop the sound that I wanted to do, that made me stand out as Trusoul Davis, with a little bit of the 90s flavor, but keep it with a modern taste to it, so it wouldn't sound like I'm dated. I just had to find my niche, I had to find it. You had to keep digging and looking, and I think I found it with this Soul Fiyah joint.
Okay. All right. The name Trusoul Davis, how did that name come about?
A friend of mine by the name of Mike, man, he was sitting around, I was listening to some song, was playing on the radio in my mama's car, and I just started singing the hell out of it. He was like, man, you got that real soul, that true soul, man. That sounds like that real, that true soul. I'm like, true soul, huh? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna use that as my name, man. And that's just how I did it, because I definitely got a soulful sound versus a lot of what we hear on today's commercial radio.
Okay. Now, when we talk about that soulful sound, you're right. That's totally different from what's going on with today's R&B. Like, what make you keep that reminiscent sound?
I just stay true to myself, no matter what. And that's what I like. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to stay true to myself and my sound.
Okay. All right. There's never been a point in time where you even felt like trying something different?
Only time I tried something different was on my second album, TXP2. I did a song called Ride. You can check the video out to it too if you get a chance. A great video. Ride. I tried to do like a hip hop, R&B sound where I kind of just rode the beat and melodic, type singing. But I mean, I still turned up and started singing. But the majority of the record, it was like an up to date type modern sound, and it was still a good record.
All right, now. You just released Soul Fiyah. How did the name come about? How did the project come about? And what was the actual release date?
Well, Valentine's Day this year, so February 14th, 2020. 2021. And the name came about because I had a name for the album before. It was called Sophrodisiac. And when I started recording some of the records, I let a lady that was doing some publishing for me, PR for me by the name of Queen Cherry. And she was like, yo, this is so fire. She like, it's like soul fire. I'm like, you said soul fire. It's like you said soul fire. And she's like, I did. At first I said soul, but I said soul after that. I'm like, damn, that sounds good. Soul Fire. It's like, that can be the name of your next album. I said, no, I'm going to make that the name of this album. So when I changed the name of Soul Fire, I changed the direction of the album because it was going to go something different, something like more on a sexual tip. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick to the essence of what I do, the essence of soul. I'm going to keep some love in there. There's some sexual records in there, definitely, because that's just part of life, relationship. But Soul Fire definitely tells the story from the beginning to the end, from the first impression to falling, making, connection with that one, making sure it's real, falling in love, falling out of love, falling back in love, and then asking myself questions like, is this the direction I want to go? Every female should listen to that record, ask themselves the questions, and man, ask their man the questions, and men should be able to men and listen to the record and say, am I doing this for my lady? So, yeah, Soul Fire is definitely the one, and yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how I go. I'm sorry about that.
All right, no worries. All right, so look, let's go all the way down to the cover design. Like, it's a heart burning. Like, man, and that in itself says what the project is about. How did the concept for the cover come about?
Because when I told the girl, I said, look, it's called Soul Fire, but it's about rising up like the phoenix from the ashes. Soul Fire is the fire inside your body that just keeps burning, that you just can't get rid of, that fire in your bones that you can't let go. You know what I'm saying? That's love, no matter what. The most things relatable to people is love, whether it's love for the game, love for the money, love for the streets, love for your family, love for your loved one, love for your significant other. We all experience it. It's relatable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. In Soul Fire, you mentioned and talk about love. What is the love life like, or how complicated or challenging is it for someone to have a steady love life but also pursue this music game?
You gotta have a relationship where you always being honest, always communicating, and in being an entertainer and just in regular life, always make sure you give your women that security. And vice versa, women give men security too. They make fun of us and say we're insecure, but we're definitely insecure if you don't give us security. So, from my experience, it's making it work by just giving her security, making sure she's secure, she knows that she's number one, and that, you're doing this music thing, it's your job, it's your entertainment, you know what I'm saying? But, your home life, you got to make sure you're taking care of home.
Okay. All right. What would be your advice? All right, because it seems like right now, especially on the independent music scene, the music scene is dominated by independent hip-hop artists. What would be your advice to independent R&B artists or independent singer-songwriters who are entering the game right now?
Communicate with people, network. Try to collab. Put yourself out there. Remember, everything you do and you post is for your brand. Make sure you keep your brand in mind. And stay true to you. Don't switch up for nobody. Stay true to what you do.
No doubt. Definitely, no doubt. Now, what would be your advice to people who are getting into the game but don't really know what direction to go when it comes to putting together a team. And the reason I'm asking you that, because it seems like since the release of your project, you've done a major media blitz. So how important is it to put together the proper team to make things happen?
I mean, get to people around you that actually care about the music. There's not going to be yes men. We don't need yes men. We need people that care about the music, care about the project, care about the release, see the future, the potential in what you're doing. Not worried about making a dime now. We want to make it in the future. We want to grow together. And you got to make sure you got people around you that's, like I said, have your best interest at hand. And don't look for the people. The people that care, they'll come. Don't go looking for people trying to make people care and make people, you know what I'm saying, be the ones you want to ride with you. The ones that's going to ride with you will show themselves. You don't have to do anything.
Definitely.
And another thing, people stop looking for validation in your peers. A lot of people do that. I don't need their validation. I get my validation from the fans and from the followers, people that love my music. I just want the respect of my peers. Just respect me as a man and as an artist. You ain't got to validate me. I validate me every day.
Okay, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. I always tell people, man, don't even look at the numbers. Like, just do. Like, I have friends who make YouTube videos or Instagram videos. I'm like, man, if that's in your heart, just do it. Don't even look at the numbers. Don't even look at the likes. Just do and stay consistent.
Yeah, and rock with the people who rock with you. Because remember, everybody's numbers ain't high. If they is, a lot of these cats buy them. So don't even worry. Just do what you do. Your numbers will grow organically.
All right, definitely. All right, Soul Fiyah. That's like a baby. All your projects are like your children. So if you had to pick your 3 favorites on Soul Fiyah, or if you had to tell a person, look, I know you're only going to listen to 3 songs. So what 3 songs on Soul Fiyah would you have the world listen to?
I would say Impression. That's a dope record featuring my baby Queen T. I would say Impression is a good one. Real Love and These Questions.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about each one of those records and why you would suggest those to the people first.
Impression because it's the beginning of the song. I mean, the beginning of the album is definitely setting the tone to let you know what this album is about, and it's just how it goes in real life. When you finally see something you like and you go after it, that first impression you need, because first impressions are everything. Real Love is a great collaboration, a great duet between me and the young lady over in the UK. She has amazing vocals. And the story in that song is great. It has great content. You know, you've never been with somebody like this before, but you want to give you the real thing. And she making it for certain that she will. And then These Questions, like I stated earlier, is an eyebrow raiser and a conversation starter. It's very engaging. It engages the listener to want to answer these questions. Because if she or he can answer yes to all these questions, then that's the one. You should stay with who you with.
All right. Now, last question. How has social media and the World Wide Web helped or hindered you when it comes to getting your music to the masses?
Well, social media has definitely helped with the music. The internet has definitely helped because getting it to people is easy. You know, especially when you get your distribution together, whether it's you independently or with a label. That's the biggest help. The only hindrance I see with being an entertainer and social media is it gets rid of that mystique that we used to have when we were watching other artists. You know, you had to wait and see what they were up to and see what they were doing and see what they were working on and things like that and the videos and all that. But now it's, you know, everybody know where everybody is and what they're doing. There really is no mystique left, so that kind of took that mystery part out of it. That's the only hindrance I see.
All right. Let the people know how to find you.
Now you can find me on all social medias at at Trusoul Davis. That's TruSoulDavis. All social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all that. Or you can go to my website, therealtrusoul.com.
All right. And take us out by introducing this record to the people.
Oh yeah, check this out. I'm Trusoul Davis, and you definitely riding dirty. But go ahead and check out this new single from my album, These Questions, right here. Soul Fiyah, go get that.
Appreciate it, my G.
What you coming?